Hi guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel, Reiki Zen. How we're all doing? I hope we are well. I hope we're doing spiffing. What another glorious day. And my resized t-shirts have arrived in black that I ordered. So we've got Reiki Zen, and then on the back got the Reiki symbol and the 5 Reiki precepts. So this one's actually a little bit so the other ones were too small. This one's a little bit too big, but it'll be fine. I did intentionally order larger in case they shrunk, because t-shirts do have a tendency of either shrinking or getting bigger. And if they get bigger, then I'll have to get bigger to fill to fill them. But no, I'm very happy with them. So I'm looking forward to wearing them while I'm doing my contact client work, contact Reiki, and teaching that'll be later in the year. On the subject of Reiki, there was a great question was asked on a Facebook group that I'm part of called Reiki Healers UK, and there was a post asked about if anyone had experienced, since being attuned to Reiki, has anyone experienced more supernatural things or unusual things? And pretty much everyone had agreed and said yes, and a lot of people had said, these things happen anyway, regardless of whether you're attuned to Reiki or not, which they do, and they can do, which was the same for me. You're going through my spiritual awakening with all sorts of weird things happening. However, I do believe that when you become attuned to Reiki, and this is something that I'd put in the post, but I'm going to go into a little bit more deep into my comment. When you basically, we are already spirit. We're already spirit in form. We're just here in a physical manifestation, but our true being is energy, is spirit. And that's why we always talk about energy work. Energy is everything, because energy is everything that is within our physical realm. It is comprised of energy. That's science. It's scientific fact. You can't deny that. And when you're going through life, sometimes things do happen, and you can experience strange things. You're like, oh, that was weird, that was odd, I can't really explain that. I keep seeing repeated numbers, or I saw a ghost, or I had a vision, or I had some really weird dreams, and they all came true, or they had some sort of meaning or messages for me. I don't really know how to take them. I don't really know what's going on, and all this sort of stuff starts to become more relevant as you start going down an awakening journey or an awakening path. And everybody's constantly evolving and awakening all the time, regardless whether you're aware of it or not. Your energy is transcending. It is awakening, and your energy is developing as Mother Nature and the Earth goes through the different levels of dimensions. Then so do we. We're all going through it. However, when you become attuned to Reiki, what happens, and this goes for other forms of healing as well as spiritual work, whatever level, when you start to connect or start to want to be mentored into working with your psychic ability, your mediumship abilities, your healing abilities, whatever they may be, when you start going down those levels, and like with Reiki, when you become attuned to it, what is happening to your energy is changing vibration, it is shifting, so your energy levels are raising. So basically, because we are already energy, but we are in physical form, our energy is it's not heavier, but it's being contained by this physical form. However, when you become attuned to Reiki and other spiritual healing modalities, what happens is your energy raises, it lifts up a notch. So with Reiki, you've got your 3 main levels. You've got level 1, level 2, level 3. Level 1, you become attuned to the energy, your level raises. Level 2, it raises a little bit more. Level 3, it raises even further and gets higher. And as soon as you start raising your vibration and raising that notch up a little bit further, if you think of yourself as your energy level is here and spirit energy level is here. So when people talk about raising your vibration, you raise your vibration to become more in line with universal energy, with spirit energy, with flow, whatever you want to call it. Got dog hairs all over my fingers. I've been brushing one of the dogs and bloody hairs everywhere. So people talk about raising your vibration to become closer to that connection. And then what spirit can do is what energy can do, it can lower its vibration slightly to get closer to you, to start giving you influence, feelings, visions, hearing things, all these little things that take place. It's a lot easier for them to make us see repeating numbers or patterns or synchronicities. It's a lot easier for them to do that than to show themselves with the physical eye. So we see them with the physical eye. That takes a lot of their energy. And that's why we tend to work a lot with the eyes closed, because you can see more with the mind's eye. You don't have the physical distractions. But if you're very good at visualization, developing that visualization skill, then you can just see them in your mind's eye. You can hear, you can sense, and all that sort of stuff. So your vibration is lifting, and because you are becoming in closer contact with this spiritual energy, it's easier for them to connect to you, to give you signs, to give you symbols, to give you synchronicities, to let you hear things, to move things as well, and move things around your home, or make things go missing and make them reappear somewhere else, because it's their way of just letting them know that they're around. And as you start to awaken this energy within you, if you've not experienced this before, as you go through these processes of being attuned, healing, developing, leveling up, attuned again, healing, leveling up, developing, attuned again, you're going through all these different processes, and you get to your third, you get to your master, whatever, you're at the highest vibration you can get within Reiki. And so once you get there, it's another notch, and it's that little bit closer connection with this energy that we can try and tune into. And it doesn't always want to, or doesn't always need to give a message when we send in healing. Sometimes messages will be there, sometimes they won't. Sometimes we'll see things, sometimes we'll hear things, sometimes we won't. Every healing session is as it is, and it just plays out as it is. There is no underlying intention to want to connect, hear, see, feel, or whatever. But the other thing that happens when you raise this vibration, this energy, because you're healing, you're developing your energy within, your chakras are opening up and starting to function on a higher frequency and a higher level, you become more aware and more in tune of things around you. So you may get a sense or a feeling of someone near, a presence, a cool breeze, a loving touch, a fine vibration or tingling around your body. It's all spiritual energy that is connecting with you and just letting you know that they are near. But they can also like I said, they can also make things move or disappear or turn up somewhere else, and you think, well, I don't remember putting them there. But again, these are all little signs and symbols that energy is near, spirit is near, whatever you want to call it. But you become more aware of these things when you start working on your energy and leveling up. So if you weren't going through attunement processes, if you weren't going through a healing journey, if you weren't on some sort of, you may not be doing this, the healing for spiritual progression. It's part and parcel of your healing journey. You are healing mind, body and spirit, and that comes with every form of healing. You're healing on every single level in a holistic setting. So what is naturally what is going to happen is, because you're healing your spirit, your vibration, your energy, because it's lifting up, your light is shining brighter, you are more attractive, you are more on the radar of energy to come in and connect with you. So when you get to, like what will happen with me, my level 1, I made direct contact with spirit guides, with spirit guide entities that connected to me, and I was made very aware, and they showed me who they were. I saw them, I felt very powerful, loving energy that overwhelmed me so much, and I haven't felt that since, but I know that they are there because I've made that direct contact with them. And when I asked my guides to do things, to move things, to make themselves known, the words very strongly came through from them was, we don't do parlor tricks. They have made their presence known. I am aware of them. They don't need to do all this party stuff. It is just the acceptance and understanding that they are now there to help during healing sessions. Then I go to level 2. From level 1, the buzzing in the ears. Then I go to level 2. The buzzing in the ears raises tone. It gets higher. The connection to my clairvoyance, clairaudience especially, leveled up, developed. My clairsentience, claircognizance, my inner knowing and feeling, again, leveled up, because I'm working on my energy. I'm healing. As I'm sending healing to others, I am also receiving the healing. And I do Reiki every day if I can on myself. I'll do Reiki shares with other Reiki people around the world if I can, because what we can give to ourselves within the energy is totally different to what somebody else. And you think, well, it's all the same energy. Yes, it is the same energy. However, when you are the recipient and the receiver, it is much different to just giving the Reiki to yourself. I don't feel anything, very, very little. Maybe a bit of tingling. I may get a pulsing at the third eye. I may get sleepy. I may get a little bit tired and drift off. But I usually feel very, very little. My hands will get warm and tingly, but I usually feel very, very little when I'm giving self-healing to myself. If I'm receiving Reiki from somebody else, whether it be distance or contact, wow, totally different. Visuals, connection, hearing, sensing, sometimes astral planing and being in other dimensions but being aware of it all in my mind's eye, but being there consciously in a different place. Much different level of healing altogether. So that's why sometimes it's nice to, and it's more of a development on your healing journey as well, to get Reiki from other practitioners around the world, wherever they may be. So yes, went slightly off topic there. So what happens when you become connected and attuned to this energy, universal energy, spiritual energy, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same thing. Ki, chi, prana. it is around us all the time, and spirit is around us all the time. We just, because we are so dense, and usually because our vibration is so low, because of life, because of the matrix, because of the eat, sleep, repeat routine that most people have, it's totally tuned out of them, and they've lost all spiritual connection whatsoever. So now we're at quite a critical juncture within spiritual development and spiritual progression, because we're at this point of the technocrats, the AI, the implanting things within people, the injectables, the implantables, all that sort of stuff, and it's got to have a consequence somewhere. And I do believe that a lot of it is to reduce our spirituality, our humanity as well, but our spiritual connection, because this spiritual connection can give us so much more information and downloads that we need to see and to develop our intuition and to get deeper feelings and deeper knowings of situations that we might think, whoa, no, that's going too far now. Need to stop, need to get off this planet, go elsewhere, or just say no and refuse, which a lot of people have over the last 2 years. They've all said no, not falling for this, not going for this, because something doesn't feel right. And it's that something that doesn't feel right that's trying to be removed. Went off on a little bit of a tangent again, but we need to, with these discussions, with these topics, we need to go branch out into these little areas, because that's the way the spiritual world works, with these connections and feelings. And we need to put these messages out of leveling up, of developing your intuition, developing your inner voice, your inner calling, and this connection to the great beyond. So yeah, it's been a bit of a mixed bag really, but yeah, so what happens when you become attuned to the Reiki? You become more receptive, you become more aware, you experience more, because you're of a similar vibration of the spiritual energy. So when you come into close contact with it, or they come into close contact with you, you can feel it, you can sense it, you can see it, you can smell it, you can hear it, you just know it, you're more aware. And that's what happens when you go down this path. And like I said, some people might not want that. They might just want to do the Reiki to heal and to heal others, and that's fine. But like I say, it's part and parcel of the process. It's mind, body and spirit. And usually, not always, but usually, if you are wanting to go down a path of healing, from within, of true healing, of seeing, discovering and peeling back these layers to get to the root cause of issues that may be from past lives, that may be hereditary, that may be just within your bloodline and your timeline, that need to be seen, released and let go, then usually when you are doing that, you are already on a path of spirituality, of true awareness, awakening and development. So surely if you come to that point of being a Reiki practitioner, Reiki level 2, Reiki master, teacher, whatever it may be, shamanic healer or spiritual healer, whatever level of healing it may be, then you've got to accept that these things are going to happen, and these things happen for a reason. And sometimes people may think that it's, because they're unaware of it or they're not sure of it, they get scared of it, and it's that fight or flight response, because it's the fear that kicks in. And sometimes we need to understand and use that fear as a learning mechanism, to not be afraid of it, to understand it, but also know that just because things have been moved around the house, or you've seen something or you've heard something, it's not negative. It's them making their presence known to you because you're leveling up to a higher vibration, and you're in closer contact with them. And as you go further down this path, you become more excited about it, you become more open to it, more accepting to it, and you welcome it rather than push it away, because that fear can block a lot of that stuff off. And then you need to then start healing that fear and trying to look into that fear. Why am I so afraid? Why is this fear so deep within me? What set that fear there that I need to look at, I need to develop, and I need to heal and let go, so then I can open the doors for the next part of my journey, whether that be in this life or another. That's a story for another day. But that's just something. That's just a thought I'd do. I saw the question on this page, and I thought, wow, that's a really interesting question. I'm going to put this on my channel. So, yeah, why do we experience more after being attuned to Reiki? That's maybe what I'll call this video. Yeah. I hope this has clarified a little bit. I hope it's explained a little bit and helped to navigate you into that level of understanding of why we sometimes experience things that are a little bit different. They're not of this, well, they are of this three-dimensional world, but they're not in this density. They're in another level of vibration that we don't normally see with the physical eye. It's all inner knowing, inner feeling, inner seeing. It's also subjective mostly. Same with the clairaudience, clairvoyance. It's most of it is subjective. Very little of it is objective, where it's outside of you. It's that deeper connection, deeper knowing, deeper feeling, and deeper understanding. There we go. Let me know your thoughts. Comment below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget, if you subscribe and get me up to 500 subscribers, I will be doing a crystal giveaway for 6 crystals once I get there. So keep hitting that button and keep sharing these videos far and wide to anyone that wants to learn more about healing, about Reiki, about crystals, for meditations, for spiritual progression, coaching, guidance, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's that one for today. Much love. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now, and namaste.